Last time on First Party.
So now we have encountered the Ever After Stones. That means we're probably going to go back to Heavenly Host Elementary. And since Kishinoma took the other stone, we're probably going to go there a lot sooner than we thought. So that means we're probably going to be able to play the damn game.
Now let's continue where we left off.
GMJ here, continuing Chapter 1. Can't go that way. I wonder if this is a good idea. I know, I wasn't trying to go in there. I just wanted to run over there. I'm going to examine. I don't see anything. Oh god. My stamina sucks. Oh god. Oh god, I'm already tired. Okay. Let's see. What the hell? Where are all the people? The streets seem unusually quiet. Is it just because of the late hour? Yeah, that is pretty scary how it's only those two. Can I go this way? Okay. Anything? I remember running up these stairs with Mayu Suzumoto at the time. It never dawned on me that the legitimacy of those memories could ever be called into questions. Why would it? When you graduate, transfer, or get married, you always still able to see one another as long as you're both alive. But in this reality, it's as if Tsutomoto never even exists. What's up with these questions? I don't understand this. I feel like I'm getting really tired. Alright, let's go. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's just go. I was hoping to find something, but I wasted my time. Come on, then. Let's go. Will I play the game? I'm home. Welcome back. Holy crap, is she playing Galaga? Is she playing Mario Golf? What is that? That's the news? I don't understand. News of yet another bizarre death had just come in. This time at Mr. Okabe, who was discovered within the city at this location, haven't suffered a broken spine. A Tokyo map was displayed on the television screen, marked with 2 red dots. The margin at the bottom provided the headline, "Sudden violent deaths remain unexplained." Huh? Dinner will still be a while yet. Maybe you should take a bath first, Aomi. Okay. Without thinking, I left the socks I just removed from my feet on the living room floor and began walking towards the bathroom. Hey, socks. Ah! Oh yeah. Totally forgot. This was a bad habit of mine, so ingrained within me that it had almost become a ritual. Mom did well at have caught it so quickly. I grabbed my socks and left the room. Can I really bring them all back? If I use the Book of Shadows inside Heavenly Host this time, it just might work. I set my bag down in my room quickly and automatically grabbed my sweatpants and spats and made a belling for the bathroom. When I got there, I threw my socks into the hamper with purpose, then began peeling off my school uniform. As I observed myself in the mirror, I began to murmur. Blowback. If I'm not careful, the same thing could happen again. Those burn marks, on my neck and arms, were extraordinary reminders of what I had been through at the Shinozaki estate. I could clearly remember the agony I went through as they'd formed. I wonder if I can see them. I don't see any marks any. Oh, I see it. Ow. I see one. There's the one over there on her neck. Looks painful. I remembered watching them soar into my flesh out of thin air, blood spurting from them as if I'd been knifing. I only survived because Hinio sacrificed herself in my place. I have to do this. I tried to force self-confidence into my expression when it wouldn't come. I slapped my cheeks hard. It was in me somewhere. It just needed to be yanked out into the open. I have to do my best. Damn it! And now she's in the shower. Okay, I pushed a button. Oh. I lowered my head into the water ever so slightly, blowing bubbles into the water with my mouth. The pros and cons of returning as a heavenly host were racing through my head. This time the power. It challenges fate itself to rewrite it, and I'm a Shinozaki, so this is something only I can do. I have to show everyone that I can bring them back. If only I knew where to find the Book of Shadows. I needed to get my hands on it again. Huh, you're seriously going to look for that Book of Shadows? Your lack of sense never ceased to amaze me. Where the hell did he come from? Huh? Gasp. Eek! This was just about the last thing I expected. I couldn't help but scream. Oh, yeah, that is really disturbing. I hope he's not looking out the window or something like that, because that's just wrong. There's no way he could be in the freaking room. It was that same boy who'd found his way into my into my room last time. Wearing in the exact same clothes, he spoke to me without once turning his head and looked in my direction. Oh, mysterious man. Ah, okay. So, you know about the Nirvana now. You finally pieced it all together and realized what you have to do. He smiled, still facing away from me. It was a confident yet sinister grin. Why? Why and how? Hiding one present is about as basic a spell as they come. There's no need for the blown gasket. As for why I'm here, it's to remind you of who you are and what you have to do. Your bloodline carries within a certain responsibilities after all. You? Pervert, stalker, molester, I'm calling the cops. That's right, you're all of the above. My face had to have been as red as fire by this point. Shut the fuck up, titless. Who you calling a pervert when you got the body of a grade schooler? Ain't nobody gonna want to see a washboard like that. Oh man, this guy is such a dick. What? My head felt like it's now housed on the blood from my entire body. I imagined myself white as a sheet below my neck and flashing red above it, on the verge of megaton explosion. Just listen up. The Book of Shadows is back in the Nirvana. It happens when you messed up at the Shinozaki estate. Here. He handed me the photograph from Aiko. When did you... What are you trying to pull? Just look at it, you blind bitch. Here. Right the fuck there. I don't see it. Show me the picture. I grabbed the photograph from his hand as aggressive as I could muster, then backed away slightly, putting as much distance between me and him as humanly possible. It was definitely the same picture of the little girl holding the hatchet that Aiko had showed us earlier, but I now noticed that she was holding something in her other hand too. It was a hardbound book around the size of a typical desk dictionary. As though I could barely make it out, there was a certain aura to it that looked an awful lot like a face. God, it is. If you want to use its power, you gotta go back to the Nirvana, or should I say back to Heavenly Host. Jump over there and get the book, and then maybe, just maybe, you can make your wish come true. He stuck out his hand and pointed directly at my face, then slowly lowered it down towards my abdomen. He was now inexplicable pointed at my lower body, but as soon as I started to get self-conscious, he flipped his hand over and opened it, exposing his palm. There was another piece of 10-yen gum cupped there, as the same kind as before. I'm not sure why I took this, but I did, without even thinking. As soon as the exchange was made, he immediately turned towards the bathroom window, apparently preparing to make his escape. Who are you? And why me? My question seems to stop him in his tracks. Aren't you going to explain all this? I wasn't able to drop my guard, especially given the obvious advantage this boy had over me. But he didn't seem like he'd come to attack me or anything. Rather, it was almost like he was trying to lead me somewhere, to show me the way. I can't answer that just yet. He turned his head towards me just enough that I could catch a brief glimpse of his eyes beyond his hood. They were ice blue in color, but gentle and sincere. He smiled once more as he leaped out the bathroom window. I was kind of dumbfounded. I had no idea how to process what had just happened. What's wrong, Ayumi? Are you okay? Mom barged into the bath, brandishing a broom. It was probably the first thing she would find with which to fend off potential intruders. Too bad she hadn't been just a moment quicker. All I could do was squat on the cold bathroom floor and stare at her with hollow eyes. There was no way to adequately explain any of this to her. What happened, darling? You see, there was a guy in here, and he saw me naked. What? Meanwhile, in a convenience store. It was late at night, and I still hadn't bothered changing out of my school uniform. I needed food, though, so I decided to hit up the convenience store on my way back home. I'd pick up a bottle of olives, a pack of tofu, some mineral water, and other various things to keep me going for a while. The hell is this? I could barely believe it. There was actually an occult section at the goddamn mini-mart, with all kinds of stupid stuff like spiritual talisman magnets and anti-demon words. I grabbed one off the shelf at random and looked at the company logo on the backside, PL Promotion Cope.Inc. What? For these last 2 months since we've gotten back to Heavenly Host, it seems like there was a real spiritual boom going on all over the world. Whenever there'd be a strange death or something, the public would be all over it, downright excited about the possibility that it might be supernatural in nature. It was all over TV shows and magazines too, with independent researchers checking out spiritual hotspots and giving fancy new age advice to people, just to boost ratings or sales. And now this exorcism merchandise next to pre-packaged cupcakes and ready-made dinners. Get your talismans to the corner store now, huh? Not too long ago, I'd have made fun of all this crap. Guess it's not such a laughing matter anymore, though. Never thought I'd see the day when I'd pick up one of these things and wonder if it actually works. The items I was examining happened to be one of the spiritual talisman magnets, seeming the last one in stock. Hurrah! What? An old lady suddenly reached around me from behind and yanked it right out of my hand. What? She just took the damn thing out of his hand? Grunt. She glowered at me for a moment before taking her prize over to the register, and I just stood there, staring blankly at her as she walked away. The hell? Thank you very much. What's this? Well, that's the run button. It's a withered bouquet of flowers. Oh yeah, I heard there was a serial killer who recently done in a middle school girl around here. These were probably left in memories of her or something. It's pretty messed up. Oh my god! That girl died. That's 2 of the students already. What's gonna happen to the 3rd one? I don't even know which way I'm going. Hopefully I'm in a town, so I don't have to walk all the way across. Oh, never mind. There's a cutscene. Kishinuma! Huh? Shinozaki, what are you doing here this late? I thought you went home. I did. Sorry to accost you like this. You just get off work? Yeah, I had the late shift today. Wait, don't tell me you've been waiting here for me this whole time, have you? Man, I'm really sorry. No, it's fine. It was actually a really chilly night. I could see Shinozaki's breath dissipating around her chin in short, frequent bursts. It's not fine at all. You're shivering. Ugh. You can come in if you want. I'll get you some hot tea or something. Thanks. My room was on the 2nd floor of the apartment building. I hadn't been expecting guests, but I had just titted up for my own sake a little while back, so it was a fairly presentable. Shinozaki immediately sat down on the bed and began sipping the tea I'd made for her. She was holding it in both hands, probably less for politeness, and more just to warm them up. Sip. Gulp. This is really good. Isn't it? It's from my sister. She spends it to me all the time. She sends it to me all the time. Says it's made from really good leaves. The sound of a large truck driving by seeming to catch her off guard. She was clearly a bit jittery, unsurprisingly, all things considered. They do construction at this hour. Yeah, when it gets close to the end of the year, they do all kinds of pointless work out there. It's like this every night. I've been sleeping like crap because of it. That sounds really annoying. Sip. Time passes us by at a snail pace. Shinozaki continued to sip her tea, never once removing either hand from the warm cup. She definitely had something on her mind. Something had happened. It was written all over her face. Are you frightened with your parents or something? Oh, don't worry. They know I'm here. They do? Yeah, sip. Shinozaki was in my room. I dreamed about this before, but never thought it would actually happen. Okay, but... I just kind of want to know, like, what are you doing here this late? Did something happen? You could say that. Hours later. Seriously? You want to go back to Heavenly Host right now? I was half-acted, admittedly, this wasn't entirely unexpected. Shinozaki may be a lot of things, but unpredictable is not among them. Please. So you came here to get this stone from me. I took out the Ever After stone I've stolen from Aiko. Come on, Shinozaki. Think about it. Yeah, the stones got all glowy, so they'll probably can send you over, but what do you think actually... What do you actually hope to accomplish once you get there? What if you get stuck again and can't get out? You'll die. And if you die over there, your existence will be erased over here. You'll be gone. I tried to be as strong and commanding as I could possibly muster. I needed her to realize what a bad idea this was. I don't care if I'm erased. I just want to save our friends. Save them? The Grimoire, the Book of Shadows. I know where it is. That book you were talking about earlier. Yeah, here, look. She handed the thoughtograph thing from Aiko with her and was pointing at the little girl's left arm. It's been staring us in the face the whole time. Look, in her hand. Is the Book of Shadow. I didn't have to look very hard to see it, but... Okay, so she's carrying a book. Fine. But, do you have any proof that it's the Book of Shadow? No, but I don't think it could be anything else. You don't think? We just have to go to Heavenly Host and get it back. Then we can save everyone's soul from the Nirvana. We can finally resurrect Suzumoto and the others. Triple Dot? How could I argue with that? There were so many assumptions being made, but she was so sure of herself, so certain that this would work. She wasn't about to listen to reason. Oh God. What the hell? Shinozaki shook her head furiously, like some sort of violent shudder. It almost seems like she was trying to shake something loose from her mind. But, can these rocks actually take us back to Heavenly Host? That girl, Aiko Naiwa, was it? There was something just not quite right about her, don't you think? Well, we won't know that until we test them. Now, will we? But if they don't work, the souls of all our friends are on the line, and I believe we have a real chance of saving them. Shinozaki. She still had deep scars all over her arms, legs, and neck. Anyone can tell at a glance that she just recovered from a serious accident. She sounded so self-assured, so self-confident, and it was hard to take any of that serious. This was the first time in my life I'd found myself tearing up over something and not being embarrassed that I was crying. Honestly, it surprised me how deeply I cared about Shinozaki and how much I just didn't want to lose her. My eyes were getting hot and glazed, and I felt utterly helpless. I can't talk about this with anyone else, but you trust me, Kishinuma, don't you? I was at a complete loss of words. I found myself literally scratching my head, trying to come up with a good answer. This was Shinozaki, and she had come to me for moral support, for encouragement, for peace of mind. It was really the first time she'd ever truly relied on me, ever truly counted on me. I knew then what I had to do. Damn it! You know what we went through in that piece of shit school? There's no telling what might be waiting for us over there now. But if you're sure about this, we should do it. Oh. Honestly, I have no idea what the hell you're thinking, but I promise you one thing, and I intend to deliver on that. What one thing? That I protect you, no matter what. She looks disturbed. Well, the way how he said it in that face expression, I would be disturbed too. Shinozaki and I stared into each other's eyes for a moment, each of us trying to figure the other out. Don't worry, everything will be okay. That's what like every stalker or crazy person would say. I tried to force a smile. Shinozaki had basically curled up into a ball at this point. Her tiny body collapsed in on itself for support. But now, all of a sudden, she unfurled herself and glared at me. Huh? I couldn't tell if she was mad or happy or what. Her eyes were either like daggers or saucers, or something like that. I couldn't really make out which. Maybe she'd come here expecting me to actively shoot down her ideas or something. Maybe she thought she'd be alone in this. Maybe she'd figure out what I was up to. Or maybe she'd been expecting me to say exactly what I said to her. And maybe it annoys her. Probably that last one. Either way, tears began to explode from her eyes, so quickly that red bags were forming under them almost instantly. She then turned her back to me, all with one seemingly unconscious spine of her body. Shinozaki? Are you okay? During the day, you remember when you patted my head? She seems like she was trying her hardest not to let herself cry, though it was exactly working. Huh? I did? Yeah. You don't remember? She paused, seemingly waiting for me to answer, but I had no idea what to say, and absolutely didn't want to say the wrong thing, so I just stood there like a dolt. Never mind then. If you don't remember, that's fine. Finally, she turned back to face me. Her tears mostly dried still, a little self-conscious about crying, though. She kept her eyes closed, and telltale from belying her confidence. There was obviously something between the lines for me to read here, but hell if I knew what it was. Ah, here, let me see your stone. Huh? Oh, okay. Shinozaki removed the Ever After stone from her pocket and placed it squirreled in my hand. Okay. I positioned it next to my stone and stared intentionally at the two. This was the turning point. What I did next could decide our fate. I couldn't mess this up. I hear something. I can hear it. I don't know what it was, but I heard it. Outside my window, I could still hear the sound of construction vehicles driving by. God damn it, that's not what I wanted to hear. Alright, it's close to a half an hour. So this is another long episode. And we still didn't get to play any game. I mean, in a way we did, but we didn't really explore, like in Heavenly Hosts and run away from monsters, or however this game's going to work out. I don't know, but I wanted to play something. Well, maybe on the next episode. I'm going to say that for a while. I have a feeling I will. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to become a legend. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm GMJ. Peace out. We're going back to hell. That's one way to go to hell. Hold on tight to me. And here, a good luck charm. Don't lose it. Cubed